So let's get into today's trading. I have already selected all currency pairs with the most optimal movement patterns. Today, we have an OTC market, which means an excellent high percentage of payments on each of the provided currency pairs. After analyzing the movement, I realized that today the most sensible decision would be to trade using these indicators, such as the alligator and fractal. When trading on the minute time frame, I prefer the default settings of this indicator. I suggest you start trading. Let's start with a $750 deal. Let's start the analysis and select our first currency pair. This is where I will most likely open a bullish trade in the direction of the upward trend. Perhaps the opening level I have chosen here is not entirely favorable, but the entry logic is absolutely correct. The further dynamics of our movement should go up. Here we may be a little unlucky, but in general, I see the intersection of our moving averages with the alligator and also the formation of a new local minimum that has already occurred. And also now, a local maximum should be forming. But perhaps it's not quite the point of action here on my part. I had to wait for the price pullback that 100 should happen here. It's happening in general. Most likely we open the deal not entirely successfully. And yes, this is our first deal closes in minus. But let's not be upset. As you can see, as I said, the movement went up. Overall, the trade opened correctly. I just didn't calculate it with the correct opening time. I'll try not to do this in the future. Let's continue and select the next currency pair. Here, I want to open a downside trade in the direction of downward dynamics until I see the intersection of our moving averages for the alligator as a whole. Very much, stable movement. We previously had upward dynamics. The global price maximum was updated here at this level, and the trend has changed its character. We now have downward dynamics now prevailing. Let's wait for the end of the transaction. It remains in the region of 20 seconds. And our second transaction is closed in plus. There was nothing complicated here. The correct opening time and also the correct analysis of the indicators. What they showed us led us to success. Let's continue trading. Let's open another deal for $750 and select the next currency pair. Here I want to open a deal to increase the price in the direction of the rollback. Let's select the work area. Previously, our dynamics were on the rise. Then we had a price rollback in this price corridor. And in general, the dynamics of our movement began to recover. Here I see the intersection of moving averages from bottom to top. Then I see an update of the local minimum. The local maximum has not yet been updated, which means that the dynamics of our movement should go even higher. In general, this is why the trade is opened upward here. We have 10 seconds left in the area of 15. Let's observe the result of this transaction, and our second transaction also closes in profit without any problems. Let's open another deal to consolidate the result, change its amount. We are already in a fairly good profit. We can afford to open a deal for $1,000. That's actually what I'll do now. Let's go ahead and pick the final currency pair. Here too, I'll probably open a bullish trade. Perhaps the dynamics of the movement will not be too impulsive. In general, we could have opened a deal at a more favorable level, but our candlestick gave us an upward impulse. So let's see. Where will the dynamics of the movement as a whole go? The entry logic is absolutely the same as in the last deal. That is, the update of the local minimum, intersections, and the recovery dynamics of the price now prevails. So here the most favorable way would be to open again along the trend. We have a trend, in most cases was upward. Let's look at the result of this transaction. And our deal was closed in profit without any problems. Great trade for today. Of course, we started with transactions that were not entirely successful for us, but still, a more thorough analysis, a more precise analysis, led me to today's result. Let's get to the conclusion. We started with 1,500 on our balance sheet. So let's select the same withdrawal amount, click Continue, and our operation is successfully completed like this. In just 10 minutes of trading, we will have a profit of $1,500. If you have any questions, you can find my Telegram link under the video description. Good luck to everyone in trading, and have a nice day.